Hello people, welcome to an episode of Bethel Brothers Hot Rod. I think I'm going to call this project Good Deed. See, I've been pasting on my Facey space. Me and Joe took off to go do some good deed, and I've been kind of keeping it a secret because there's a lot involved in it, so I'm going to try to keep a very long story short and try to give you some of the highlights. Simply put, me and my father don't get along, kind of like Paul Jr. and Paul Sr. on OCC. Then you got Joe, who's kind of like Mikey, that does kind of want to reach out and have a relationship with our father. Kind of Bill, okay, kind of got that. Next. I'm not going to go into why me and my dad don't get along, but just suffice it to say we're kind of like at each other's throats most of the time. He came to town recently during the holiday season, and our dad and his mom owned a propane company which they sold recently, and our dad wanted to give Joe and I part of our inheritance for said business. I'm not going to tell you how much, but Joe took a picture with some of his. I'm kind of not into that. It was funny, but anyway. Our mom has this car that she bought, and there's a problem with a couple of the parts. One of the parts is this emissions control deal, and it's like a $400 part. Well, they wanted to diagnostic was $248. The part itself is $450. Labor charge is $140 an hour, and it's a 4-hour job. By the time you're done doing it, and if they did it right, then do another smog, all of that equates to more than the car is worth. So, Joey and I took some of said money and bought our mom a new ride. Well, it's not a new ride, but it's a better ride than the one she had. Now, there are some problems with it. That's Project Good Deed. So, I have to kind of hurry up and do some work to this, clean it out, go through some stuff. There's some issues with it. So don't be, oh, it's so sweet. Well, there's some work we got to do to it first, okay, before it's a good deed. But without further ado, it's outside, and I'll go show you. Stick around, stay tuned. Now you know. So there it is. A 98 GMC Yukon. Kind of like the white one Joe had, without the big 20-inch rims. Tinted, decent paint. There's some stuff like the clears coming off right here. Let me see if I can get the camera to catch it there some. A little Chevy stuff peeling off at the top. The inside's pretty clean. Some paint coming off here. The seat's kind of gouged. There's little treasures stuck in stuff, so I gotta kind of go through it and find out what's under the seats, what's actually inside it kind of stuff. We bought it for the mechanical side of it. It's got a very strong motor and a good tranny, so we don't really care about it being dirty. That's easy to clean up. But it's for Mom. There's some wheel cover thingies. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff in here. Lighters, trim pieces. I kind of want to get it organized. Now check this out. Last night, we get this thing. When you step on the brake, look at that, all the way to the floor. There's like this much brake in it. I drove it an hour away from here, and from South Sac to here. This thing, 80 to 0 in like 3 weeks. It was like driving a roller coaster. So it was pretty scary. And the other dudes were driving it around like that. I guess that their grandma drove around with the e-brake on and did something to the brakes. So I don't know if that's really what happened. It could be they just need to be bled. But other than that, that's it. Need some tires, brakes, and some paint. So I began the clean out process, and I found some stuff, weird gypsy earring, some sticky coins, some tape, the hood pull device thing that's broken, which I can fix that. There's just a lot of gross stuff. I found out where this piece of trim goes. It goes on the other side over there on the passenger side. It's really dirty. there's something broke in the console too. This is where the cup holder went. That's all busted. I think I can fix that. Look at all this. Yeah. It'd take forever to clean that out. My God. I have a solution for that. One of the brake lights is out, but dude had a spare bulb in here, so that is cool. There's some little fitment issues like this right here. Check this out. A drywall screw. Really? See, it's all floppy. But the motor's in pretty good shape. It's pretty clean. The electrical system's clean. I go to check the brakes, right? Remember I said I didn't check the fluid? Totally empty, dude. No wonder why there's no brakes, yeah? Wow. So that's something I'm going to need kind of Joe's help to do. It's not a one-man job, but I will put some fluid in it and try to manually pump them up a little bit more. Okay, using some brakey fluid. Filled up said empty container. Guess what? It stops now. In fact, there's a skid mark on the tire in the grass. It's amazing what happens when you put fluid in something, huh? So I just get back from AutoZone, and I got all these goodies. I actually got it all on my bike in my backpack, so let's get a little start. Since the interior is rough, I got her a complete set of seat covers for the back, for the front, and some floor mats, which I matched with a piece of the interior. See? Somewhat close. I also got some paint for said of some interior parts, like the trim pieces that are all boogered and gross. Got her some oil for the oil change and a K&N filter. I also got her a set of plugs and plug wires. New. Better. Out of light. And then I also got her a K&N filter for her air intake, which these are washable and reusable. You can't do that with the paper ones. And you'll actually gain horsepower by using these. So if you got a tired old vehicle that's kind of choking out, put one of these on. How much did all of this great, fantastic stuff for mother cost? $350. It's a good thing I love you, Mom. Got the original air filter out. As you can see, when I hold it up to the light, very few particles of light get through it. However, look at that. Getting more air. This is why it increases horsepower. And like it says, it's a lifetime filter, and it does not void your warranty. It makes it better sealed too, because you got this clamp of doom to go over it in place of just sticking it on kind of thing. Yeah, it's a little smaller, but it fits in there better, and it does a better job. This is oil filter they had in there. Service Champ. Kind of junk, dripping stuff on my floor. This K&N has a nut attachment, and if you can see inside, it's got all these marvelous filters for catching nasty junk. And just like the air filter is better in the ways I showed you, so is said oil filter. So you get what you pay for. I'm going to prime it, dump a little in there, let it soak in, and then rub it on the top, and then install it on the seal. You've done that before. If you haven't, that's what you do. I managed to change the driver's side plugs and plug wires. I didn't get a chance to get to them, but good thing I did. This one was broke, just popped off. And one of the spark plugs were busted. Only the rubber booty was holding it on. That could have been a reason why it wasn't firing all clean. I don't think these have ever been changed. It looks like a factory stalker deal. It's going to get way better gas mileage now. Okay, people. I'm kind of running out of time. I got to go to the bank, get Joe some money for said pig, his hat, a project, good deed. So look for future episodes. And don't think this is the only one. Joey bought a work truck too. And I might get one at some point. Got to take care of all the family. I was going to say dum-dums, but I'll say family first. Wait till you see Joe's work truck. We'll call it Project Pig. Anyway, thanks for tuning in and watching Bethel Brothers Hot Rod. Peace out, baby. It's for you, Mom. Sweet lady.